And that's why we have a lot of international callers. Okay, so, well, I would like to just say welcome. Welcome, everybody. Greetings to fellow entrepreneurs and innovators. And I don't say that lightly, because if you're here at an AI challenge, you are an innovator. It's relatively new in the way that we've seen it, especially generative AI, and the way that it's really transforming the way we do business, and I'm sure in the short time here, life in general. And as an innovator, I know you are able and willing to get uncomfortable to get something more out of life. And that's where we should all be, right? Because if we don't take those actions or be willing to get uncomfortable, then we won't be able to get somewhere we haven't been before. All right, so it's my pleasure to welcome you to the AI Business Launcher Challenge 5-day challenge. And we're going to unlock secrets to launching a successful business with the power of artificial intelligence. And now, honestly, this is a true statement. Now is the most exciting time in history to launch a business or grow your business with AI. And it really has shattered the barriers for entry. And AI tools at your fingertips, what once took months, maybe even lots and lots of hours and time, are now can be accomplished in mere days. So you really have the opportunity to turn your passion and vision into a reality that will transform your life and really the world around you. So let's dive in and unleash the full potential of AI to launch your business to new heights. All right, here we go. I have somebody to introduce me. I know I introduced myself a little bit, but my friend Mark here.
Hey everyone, I'm Mark Cuban, but hold on. Let's not jump to conclusions. I'm the AI version of Mark Cuban, the next best thing when the real Mark's too busy negotiating another game-changing business deal or living it up courtside at a Mavs game. Yes, you've got it right. I'm an artificial intelligence construct designed in Mark Cuban's image, filled with his knowledge, his insights, and of course a good dose of his charm. And while I might not be able to sink a three-pointer, I'm here today to set the stage for an event that's a slam dunk in the world of tech and entrepreneurship. I'm thrilled to be a part of the AI Business Launcher Challenge. Mark, the real one, has been a longtime supporter of AI, and he'd want you all to know that today you're in some incredibly capable hands. And with that, I'm delighted to introduce your host, Thomas. Thomas is not just any regular tech enthusiast. He's a game changer, a mover and a shaker in the AI landscape. When Thomas talks AI, even the likes of me sit up and listen. If I had a digital notepad, I'd be taking notes. Here's a little bit of advice from AI Mark. When Thomas speaks, listen. He's like that secret weapon in your startup playbook. Or, as we say in basketball, he's the secret sauce to your championship-winning team. But remember, folks, if you don't understand something, just do what I do. Nod, smile, and blame it on the internet connection. So get ready, because we're about to kick off an exciting and transformative journey with Thomas. Welcome, Thomas.
So there's my AI intro. And Mark, too kind.
Hey, everyone.
All right, so let's talk about a moment, how to make the most out of this challenge. And at the end of the challenge, I will present an offer to continue learning with me. So I do want to spend a second just thanking everybody for being here. I value your time. You're giving me your most valuable asset, which is your time. So I really do genuinely thank you for that. And I would like you to picture this as if this event was a $1,000, $5,000 event. How would you treat it? This is valuable. I've spent a lot of time and effort to give you value this week, and I encourage you to treat it as such. But, that's up to you, and I'm glad everyone who's here is here. It's good to have you guys. So do I have permission to ask you to commit to this week? I'd love if you could type action in the chat if you're committed to these 5 days, and putting time aside to focus on the outcome. So learning AI tools that will help you launch and grow your business. So, intention. Are you here to just take notes? Or do you want to take action? Because your success does depend on you taking action. Thank you, everybody, for saying action in the chat. Participation. I hope we can all agree, and I can ask you permission to agree with me to share your progress, insights, questions in our Facebook group so that we can learn and grow together. Because honestly, a lot of trainings happen that don't produce results, and that's what I'm here for. I want to produce results. If we just learn and learn and learn and don't see any results from it, it means nothing. And that's what I want to do for you today and the rest of this week is results. Open-mindedness, I want everyone hopefully to keep an open mind and be receptive to new ideas. So some of those people who are at a 0 or 1 with their comfort level with AI, let's keep open. And you're here, so you are open to it. So I appreciate that. It's good to have you. Right. And patience. Rome wasn't built in a day, right? And neither will your AI-powered business or AI-powered understanding, AI, skills, all those things. Be patient with yourself, most importantly, and the process as well. And it takes time to get where we want to go, right? If it's worth getting there, it's going to take some time. And celebrate your successes. No matter how big or small, I think it's important to really celebrate our own. A lot of times we're just not very nice to ourselves. And so patting ourselves on the back on the little wins that we have this week, those are important, and be proud of where you've been or the learning that you have done in the past week. All right. We will continue. All right, one plug, a quick plug for VIP. If you would want to still be a VIP, you still can. You would just go down to that link below, follow that. And I want to remind everyone what you can get in the VIP. Sorry, there was a fly in my face. Okay, extra 30 minutes of training, or up to an hour of training on Zoom each day with me and the guest speakers. And I'll be having guest speakers on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then you get lifetime access to the recordings. You get exclusive Wealthy Mindset ebook. And you get access to the VIP Telegram chat community where you can have access to me personally and we can talk and discuss different things. And all this is for $31. So I think it's a steal. All right. I want to talk about how you can win a 1-year membership to the AI Business Launcher community. So I'll be giving out one of these, and I want to emphasize that this will be a community of like-minded entrepreneurs who I will help equip with AI tools to get results. Like I said, if we don't have results, we have nothing. So that's the point of the community, is to help build together, building businesses together, or helping your business thrive using AI tools. And so one will be given away. That will be later this week. Now let's spend a moment talking about the AI Business Launcher community. I really want it to be a community where you feel like you can get tech mastery, simplified digital tools, training for easy adoption, comprehensive AI integration guidance for your business, continuous tech support, and updates to stay ahead of the curve. Because honestly, if you've been paying attention to AI, it's actually mind-blowing how fast it's changing and how many tools come out every day. I'm in it all day, every day, and it's hard to keep up. Just like being honest here, there's a lot going on. So, and it's only going to get, continue faster and faster. All right, so let's continue here. Sorry about this. All right, confidence. Let's have some confidence, right? I want to empower you with a mindset coaching to conquer self-doubt. That's the point of having people in a community so that we can share our needs, our hopes, dreams together and have support to get them accomplished. Because who likes going alone? Honestly, I don't. Most people don't. There are a few people that love being alone, but when you're building something, it's hard to do it alone. I'll tell you that. And then also skill building resources to gain expertise in your area. One of the biggest ones, networking made easy. It will be a hub of people, of like-minded people, of building businesses, like I said, and using AI tools to do it. That will be all there for you. And 2 more things, stress-free startup. I'm going to help you with a step-by-step guidance through the entire startup process if you haven't started a business. But if you have, I'll still be doing advanced AI training for anyone else. All right. This is my robot enforcer of the rules. If you don't follow them, he's going to knock down your door. But yeah, so rules to win that free the free year 1 membership. 1-year membership, you stay engaged throughout the challenge, you complete the daily tasks, and you share your progress, insights, and questions in the Facebook group. And then you must be live to win. So I will be randomly selecting and announcing the winner live on Thursday. Okay, what if this free event gets you where you want to go? I want to offer just a word of wisdom. Not everything I say will resonate with you, right? So what I say is just take the best, leave the rest. When I attend training, everything doesn't resonate with me either. So if I'm a really bad teacher, really bad speaker, try to get past that and get to the content. I'll try to be, as clear and good as I can be, but we'll see about that. So, and just recognize that every entrepreneur's journey is unique, just as you are, and what works for you may not work for somebody else. So the key here is to identify and align with your goals and values. And number 2 is to continually learn. Sorry, I'm not keeping up here. Make sure that we're continually learning. Embrace the mindset of continuous learning and growth, being open to new ideas, insights, and best practices that help you improve. Number 3, let's be adaptable. Stay agile and adaptable, knowing that the business landscape is ever changing. And like I said, not just business, but life. And being able to adjust and pivot when needed is crucial for long-term success. Number 4, focused implementation. I don't want anyone to get overwhelmed by what I'm going to show you this week. You take the small piece and you just apply every piece that you can at that moment. And you don't focus on applying the entire, scope of everything that I give you, but only the most relevant and impactful ideas for your specific business. And number 5, experimentation. I like to say, don't be afraid to test and experiment with different approaches. Try fast, fail fast, and just keep going, because we all do. And number 6, the community support. I would love if we could engage with other entrepreneurs and business professionals, sharing our insights throughout the week and experiences so that we can both and all collectively learn and grow together. Because we're all on different parts of the path, right? Somebody's farther ahead or behind us. All right, and last point, regular reflection. I would love if we just take periodically time to reflect on our progress and reassess throughout the week the strategies we're implementing. All right. So invest in yourself. Success loves speed and action, and it's important in life and in business. Personally, I've invested a lot of money in the last 2 years in my own education. And one key for moving forward to be somewhere where you haven't been, we must be willing to do things we haven't done before, to go somewhere we haven't been before. So be willing to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And when you get in that state of mind, you can get places you never thought possible. But we got to be willing to be uncomfortable. All right. What can you expect over the next 5 days? Okay, I want to give you real actionable steps to building a business with AI. I also want to show you how AI can serve you in the 5 parts of business. I want to do a deep dive into ChatGPT. And I'm going to show you how to master AI art, and we'll have a guest speaker on that. I believe it's Thursday. And he has a course as well on it, but he's going to help us deep dive into mastering AI art, specifically Midjourney. And then I'm going to give you at the end of the week a framework for launching your own business or idea. And let's be honest, building a business is hard and not for the faint of heart. You need commitment and a no give up attitude, but you can do it. And the only one stopping you is you. And that's an important thing to recognize, because you can get somewhere if you believe you can get there. So if you could put in the chat, if you can agree with me that you will allow yourself to dream and to move forward and to not limit yourself in any way this week. Thank you, everyone. All right, agree. So this is a good question. Can AI really help me? Well, let's look at some problems. When starting a business or even starting a new product launch, what's the problem? A website. Can AI help? So the average cost of hiring a professional, the average cost to build a website with an agency or freelancer can be 12 to 150 grand. And I don't know about you, but I'm not in that range where I just want to hire out every piece of the business. I like to do a lot myself if I can, but then also bring people in when I can't. But that's a lot of money. I don't know if you want to spend 150 grand on a website, but okay, content creation. Average cost for a blog, $200 to $750. Let's talk about the average cost of social content if you had hired it out to somebody else. $800 to $5,000. Video content, $1,200 to $20,000. And I know you can make good money. My brother does video content creation, and he makes good money doing it. Problem, logo creation. These are all problems in business, right? Average cost, $300 to $2,500. And then let's talk about employees. The average cost, $37,000 up to $42,000 for a low-level employee, right? Unless you hire outside of the US, which you can do, and that's a good cost savings as well. But the total cost at minimum is 52 grand up to over $100,000. Now, if you wanted to do it all yourself before AI, which I did, it's a lot of work, and you're going to spend countless hours doing it. But what if I tell you AI can solve these problems, all these problems? If you're not going to listen to me, listen to Morgan Freeman. He's trustworthy, right? I think so. So, what AI tools you will learn about this week? ChatGPT, of course, which is content creation, blogs, books, social content, and I'll spend a second on the books. The book I wrote for this challenge, I used ChatGPT to help me do that. And of course, I edited it and made it my own, but a big help to ChatGPT. I never thought I'd write a book before ChatGPT. Yeah, of course, he played God. I don't like that, Dustin. Yeah, you can trust him. Ads, Midjourney, AI art generator, AI website creation, AI text to video creation, AI voice creation, AI avatar creation, and more. There's a lot. So ChatGPT and all this can be done in minutes instead of hours, days, weeks, and months. And Midjourney, you can create original art for your company, website, images that fit your brand. And the beauty of AI tools is that they are pretty simple. Really gone are the days of having to know so much super technical know-how. You know, you can dedicate a few hours this week with me and my guests, and that can really change the trajectory of the way you do business. And I'm not playing that up. It's not an exaggeration at all. It's true. All right, so let's move on. Today's agenda. I want you to picture this guy or something similar when you picture AI. So AI is our little helper, and he can do a lot. So I don't want you to picture the scary robots or the Terminator, nothing like that. But yeah, so personal introductions and business building stories. Then we're going to move on to basics of AI and how it can work for you. Real world examples of AI in various industries. Identifying the potential AI can have in your business. All right, who am I? It's a good question, right? Well, I do wish sometimes I was a singer. There's my AI avatar singer that I created with Midjourney. I wish I could sing, but I can't. I don't know if I look good with a mullet. That's what it chose for me. I don't know why. I guess singers have mullets now. I think they're back now for some reason. They weren't cool when I was growing up, but yeah. So I've built businesses in the past, and now I want to help others do the same with AI tools. There's a little bio of me. You know, I really do enjoy helping others build things and working one-on-one with people and seeing people succeed. That's really a joy for me. But like I said, I love business, so it's in my DNA. All right, the family. This is my wife, Erica, my son, Miles, daughter, Ella. This is Austin, well, outside of Austin, Texas, and that's October, obviously Halloween. And so we get good weather most of the year. I was originally grew up in Alaska, and I don't like the cold weather. I don't know if you guys do, but I hate the cold weather. I get cold really fast, and I love being here in the heat. So it's nice. I'd rather have hot because you can just get cool in the air conditioning. All right, so I started out selling snacks in high school, and that's an AI generated image, not of me, but of somebody selling snacks in their high school. He had a better setup than I did. I didn't have that good of a setup, but I do have to spend a moment on this because I was selling snacks in high school, and for some reason, our new high school, I went to a small Christian school, and we didn't have a lot of money, but we didn't have any of the vending machines. So I saw a problem, right? As an entrepreneur, you see a problem, you want to solve it, and that's where you create money. So the problem was no snacks. I worked it with my mom. She bought the snacks. I didn't have to pay her back. I don't know how I did that, but she bought the snacks. I'd bring them to school, sell them to the kids, open my locker, say, hey, come on over, take a look. And people would buy from me. The one problem I had is I didn't take this into a factor is that kids are messy. So they always left their trash in the hallway. And for some reason, we didn't have trash cans. I guess the school didn't have enough money for that either in the hallways. And so they actually shut me down. That was sad, I know. So that's when I moved on to lawn care. Did that for a few years, I think about 5 years with my twin brother in Alaska. Yes, we do have some warm months, depends on the summer. So we do have enough time to cut grass, but it's only about 4 months-ish. And some summers we don't see the sun much, it's just raining. But I did that, and then I helped I worked with my brother, my wife, and his wife, and we built a toy brand called Ellie Lou. And it was organic stuff, well, still there, but it's organic stuff, toys and educational storybooks. And that's at the New York Toy Fair, our little setup. We did a lot of those shows. And there's our little mermaids. My wife and my sister-in-law were the creative part. My brother and I were the business minds behind it. And there's my cute little daughter who got all the free toys she could ever want. And I do want to spend a moment here saying that before AI tools, we were building this business from scratch. It was a lot more work. If I had the AI tools that are available now, it would have changed everything. So I can't tell you how many hours I've spent on, copywriting, all those things, so many different parts. All right, I want to spend a second here on how did I build the course. So this course was generated, well, AI generated art, almost everything. AI generated content. I worked with ChatGPT to do that. I used AI art and AI in general to build out the ad copy for my sales page, for my videos, for my ads, for my course design. Literally asked for an outline on what to teach about AI, and then I tailored it to what I wanted. So if you don't like this course, blame AI. AI generated scripts, AI generated emails. Okay, so the path to success. Just the trajectory of business. You're going to have your ups and downs, your valleys, your peaks. And part of why I'm launching this is to help build a community where people can do that together and not go through the valleys alone. All right, let's get into basics of AI. So let's move into here. Long definition of artificial intelligence. And I'm not going to read all that. But simply put, AI or artificial intelligence is when computers or machines can do things that normally need human intelligence. So that's like learning, problem solving, and understanding language. It's like teaching a computer to think and learn like a human. This has been crashing onto the scene. If you haven't heard of ChatGPT before this week, you will now. Generative AI, and the explosion happened since late 2022, and the use of ChatGPT. So generative AI refers to a type of artificial intelligence, and this can create original and unique content such as images, music, text, or even video. And unlike the other AI models that rely on pre-existing data, so generative AI uses machine learning algorithms. You train it on a bunch of data, lots of data, and then it produces music, text, images, all those things. And ChatGPT is a large language model and a form of generative AI. I'm going to go through a few AI terms with you. Chatbot, a software designed to simulate conversation with human users, especially over the internet. Because these are some of the terms that you hear and you're not sure what they are. I just want to just slightly touch on them just so we know going forward. Have some background. Anthropomorphism, that's hard to say. You try to say that. Okay, attributing human-like characteristics to non-human entities, like in AI. So in attributing emotions or intentions to a chatbot, which they don't have yet because they aren't sent yet. All right, bias, a systematic error introduced into AI's training, causing it to make decisions that are skewed. And this is a really important topic, bias, because depending on how AI is trained, is going to determine what the output is. And I like to say, what you put in, what you're going to get out. And the people training these chatbots or AI bots might not even realize their own bias with the information they're feeding it. But if they only feed it their perspective, because it's something that they're familiar with, the chatbot will actually, or AI in general, will only, produce that bias based on the information it's been trained on. All right. Emergent behavior. So that's unexpected behaviors that arise from AI systems, typically as a result of complexity and adaptation in the AI models. Hallucination. So you might have seen this in articles. What I like to say is lying. In AI, so it refers to the phenomenon where a system outputs incorrect, irrelevant, or nonsensical information due to the limitations in its training data or model architecture. So it'll actually, like ChatGPT has shown to actually give false information and lie. And what we call it is a hallucination. Large language model. That's a type of AI model that uses machine learning to produce human-like text. It's designed to generate text that contextually relevant and coherent over long passages. And I said, think ChatGPT. It's a large language model that's actually predictive language. All right. This is, again, a generative adversarial network. I think this is our last one, but it's a type of neural network that can generate seemingly authentic photographs on a superficial scale to human eyes. So these were actually introduced in 2014. And I was surprised by that when I learned that. But these networks comprise two parts, a generator that creates images and a discriminator that evaluates the created images for authenticity. And GANs can generate very realistic images, videos, and other data by essentially pitting the two parts against each other to improve. So I'm building all these terms just so we have a foundation moving forward. And as we dive deep into all these tools, these are the foundations of what they're built on. Let's spend a moment here. The truth about humans. You might not want to hear this part, but it's true. We are expensive. Humans are expensive. Average cost of an employee in California, $62,000. Now, it's not that expensive in other states, but that's California. Truth is, we're unreliable, and not saying that we're all unreliable, but we can have accidents or things happen. And we are slow. We need to learn and grow. And that's, different from AI, which trains really quick.
Goldman Sachs says up to 300 million full-time jobs around the world could be affected by artificial intelligence. In a report Sunday, their economists predicted 18% of work globally could be computerized. According to that report, the most affected jobs would be administrative workers and lawyers. Less affected jobs are expected to be in physically demanding or outdoor occupations like construction and repair work.
So these are real conversations
Goldman Sachs
we need to have. Like Goldman Sachs, respected firm, is actually saying up to 300 million jobs will be affected by AI in some respect. So is the next question, is AI a threat? Well, I would say yes and no. it's a tool, right? So it's how we humans decide to use this tool will determine, the outcome. That's what I like to say. What you put in, and that's that bias conversation we talked about earlier. What you put in is what you're going to get out. So AI can be both a tool and a threat to humanity. The way we use AI determines the outcome. So AI in itself, and just remember this, it's neutral. It's trained. It's the user that gives it purpose. So when you interact with ChatGPT, you're giving it the purpose. You're telling it where to go. And now that might not be the future with AI, becomes autonomous, but for now, that's where we are. And so we must be mindful of potential risks and take steps to mitigate them. And AI can be a powerful tool for the betterment of humanity. That's why I want to get across, and hopefully I can over this next week. So, all right, what does Elon have to say? Oh, sorry. Yeah, so house or a pile of rubble. You see the hammer lying on a table. This is the picture I want to paint for you. And with a pile of bricks next to it, the hammer represents AI as a neutral tool. And while the pile of bricks represents the potential outcome of AI. So either as a beautiful house or a pile of rubble, right? How can AI be used? Put in the chat, you're going to use AI for building, right? That's what I'd like to hear. So building, building, building. But the message here is that just as a hammer can be used to create something wonderful or cause destruction, AI can be used for good or bad, depending on how we wield it. What does Elon have to say? If you've been paying attention to the news, he talked about artificial intelligence. And a group of computer scientists and tech industry leaders, including Elon Musk and Steve Wozniak, have called for a 6-month pause to consider the risks of deploying AI systems with human competitive intelligence. In a petition, the group warned that this AI could have a profound impact on society and humanity, automating jobs and spreading disinformation. It also actually called out ChatGPT or AI labs and said, you need to stop. But some of the conversation has been criticized by some observers for being too vague and for exaggerating the risks. So I'd like to talk about this conversation and say, be aware, but don't be in fear. Historical opposition to technology. There's always been historical opposition to technology, and these are some of the funny and interesting things that have happened. But throughout history, every significant technological advancement has been met with resistance and fear, often due to the potential disruption to the status quo. And here are a few examples. So the printing press, one person said that he argued that, we need to keep handwriting. The printed books will never be as beautiful or reliable as hand-copied manuscripts. So I would say we've gotten past that, right? Just as reliable. I don't know if they're as beautiful, though. I might have to agree with that. And the New York Times attacked the telephone. This is so interesting. I mean, it said, which rightfully so, used to invade people's privacy. Well, we've seen that, right? Tapping and all that, phone tapping. But this is funny, but they also said that it would make us all lazy and antisocial, and some even claimed that new technology would be used to communicate with the dead. So I don't know about you, but I haven't done that. I hope nobody uses a phone to do that. But this picture was generated with an AI art generator as well, and all these photos you see. Okay, this is crazy, but people believe trains would rip you apart in 1825. This new technology, it's going to rip us apart, right? So critics of trains believe people would fall victim to gruesome deaths if they hopped on board. Some people believe the body would simply melt, and while others insisted limbs would be torn from riders' bodies. And this is a little crazy, but some people warned women's body parts would fly out if they reached speeds of 50 miles per hour. Yep, and that's what people believe. So every time there's a new iteration of technology, these conversations continue to happen as they should, but the speeds, obviously, at that point, 50 miles per hour, not going to hurt anybody. Cars even. It even happened with cars. In the UK, they said you can't have, nobody go in a car unless it's preceded by a man on foot waving a red flag to warn the public. And that reflected the fear and resistance. Even the internet, the founder of Digital Equipment Corporation. I think this is ironic. The founder of Digital Equipment Corporation said in 1977, there is no reason anyone would want a computer in their home. So do you guys have computers in your home? I think you have computers in your hands. I think you might have been wrong about that. And astronomer Clifford Stoll dismissed the internet's potential, saying no online database will replace your daily newspaper, no CD-ROM can take the place of a competent teacher, and no computer network will change the way government works. Was he right? So a question for all of you. Are you afraid of technology? Well, you might be after watching this video.
So is it any wonder people are afraid of technology? Technology!
That's just a little joke.
So is it...
All right. So this is what I want us to remember. AI will not replace you. So if you're a worker in industry, but a person using AI likely will, because business is changing, and it's changing right in front of our eyes. And it's those people that are using AI who will be 100 times faster, 100 times more profitable, 100 times more creative, and as much as 50% of the workforce could be affected by that. So that, in and of itself is a good idea and concept we need to think about. Is AI, somebody using AI and getting ahead of us because they're willing to embrace the uncomfortable situation or the discomfort. All right, imagine you're sitting on the other side of this guy. You come to play chess and you spend a lot of years training, okay? You have, and so you're a competent chess player. This guy is, competent enough, but you feel like you can beat him. And you're sitting on the other side, about to start your chess game. And lo and behold, he's actually playing with AI bot right next to him, telling him how to move. And this is a picture of your competitor. So they use AI, and you are not. Who do you think wins the game? And it's really, AI is just emerging. We've only scratched the surface of the capability of what it's going to be able to do for us. Right, watch this. This is a great video.
Dad,
Yes, Charlie.
why aren't you at work?
Oh, well, the toothpaste factory thought they'd give me a bit of time off.
Like summer vacation?
Sure. Something like that.
In fact, it wasn't like a vacation at all. The upswing in candy sales has led to a rise in cavities, which led to a rise in toothpaste sales. With the extra money, the factory had decided to modernize, eliminating Mr. Bucket's job.
Barely making ends meet as it was.
We'll find another job. Until then, I'll just thin down the soup a little more. Don't worry, Mr. Bucket. My luck will change. I know it.
So that's interesting, right? Any technological innovation and integration into work will likely displace some people, right? And it has happened in the past. It will continue to happen. It's not something new, but it's something to realize that can happen, right? And so let's be ahead of the curve, right? Who wants to be ahead of the curve? If you want to be ahead of the curve, type that in the chat, ahead, because I want to be ahead of the curve. And I think everyone here is here for that reason. All right, examples of AI. So I want to spend a few moments going through some examples of AI you might not have thought of as AI, but it's all around us already. So even before we saw it, in ChatGPT and other ways. Netflix, the because you watch section, right? You've all seen that. I've seen it. And who do you think's making that decision? I don't think there's an employee sitting back at a desk, clicking through your watch history and going, I think he's going to like this, or I think Deborah's going to like this. She really likes New Girl, so I'm going to put that in her, section. Or, Deb, I think really likes Ozark, so this is what I'm going to recommend. Nope, that's not how it works, right? It's AI behind it, giving you auto suggestions. Another example is Microsoft Word or Grammarly, if you've used that. You don't spell something correctly and it automatically corrects some misspellings. And then maybe opening your iPhone, Apple, so facial recognition with your iPhone. You have the iPhone up to your face and it opens up. That's AI analyzing your face, certain features, and then saying, yep, that's the face, and you can get into the phone. And I don't know if you've seen this also, just going off that, but just how AI integration, scanning abilities at Amazon, they let you scan your palm to pay now. So all this is being integrated. Alexa, anyone use that? I don't personally, but not much. I don't really like it, but they will improve on Alexa as it gets as we progress forward. So Google Bard, right? That's the Google's search engine, AI search engine, ChatGPT. So an interesting question to consider is, will the new internet just give us answers and not choices, right? What if the AI is always telling you what you want to see, right? That'd be interesting. I wouldn't like that. Let's continue. Okay, here's AI, an example of AI in the medical field, in robotics.
We've integrated what we've learned from our customers and what our design teams have invented, and now we're proud to present the DaVinci Xi. The DaVinci Xi is our fourth generation of DaVinci system, and it has in it over 20 years of learning how to enhance surgical performance by creating a natural extension of the surgeon's eyes and their hands.
This new product features fast 4-quadrant surgery, substantially improved vision, and is a scalable platform for all our advanced technologies. The overhead boom allows the arms to rotate as a group, and this frees up valuable space inside the surgical field, allowing unobstructed access to the patient. This is all enabled by smaller, lighter arms with extended range of motion and improved reach inside the body.
Making the system much easier to use was a primary focus of developing the DaVinci Xi. Docking is facilitated by a laser targeting system. Point the endoscope at the surgical site, press the targeting button, and the system will configure itself into the optimal position for the procedure.
The new endoscope is much easier to use. No more draping, calibration, white balance. You just plug it in and go. With this new architecture, you can put the scope in any one of the arms, and it gives you a lot more flexibility and setup.
At Intuitive, we strive to create the safest, least invasive option for surgery. And we believe deeply that minimally invasive surgery should be the standard of care, and we work hard every day to make that a reality.
Yeah, no more surgery, right? I like that comment. So I just want us to get the picture that AI incorporated in the right ways has a lot of benefit, and we're going to see that in the near future here with medical. And this is it: new superbug killing antibiotic discovered using what? AI. So scientists have used artificial intelligence to discover a new antibiotic that can kill a deadly species of superbug. And you hear those like, superbugs, we don't have any antibiotics to treat it. Well, what if AI is creating new antibiotics to help us? And that's what's happening. So AI has helped narrow down thousands of potential chemicals to a handful that could be tested in the laboratory. And the result was a potent experimental antibiotic, which would need further testing before it's being used. But AI is transforming and giving us the power to massively accelerate. This is what I want us to capture this moment. Acceleration. You're still a creative. You're still guiding the process. You're still doing that portion of it. But why not have AI accelerate? And for here, it's accelerating the discovery of new drugs. This is the latest example of how the tools of artificial intelligence can be a revolutionary force in science and medicine. And I know some of you might not like this, but let's meet your new doctor. So honestly, this isn't that far in the future. I know it's a little crazy to think about, but this will happen, and probably in my lifetime. I don't know how soon, but you'll show up to the ER. You'll be met by a robot who scans you for issues and then checks you with a scan of your face or other biometric data. You won't have paperwork. It'll all be processed in a second. They'll know exactly what's wrong with you, and you'll have it done in a 30-second diagnostic scan that they'll probably just do through the robot. And so you'll show up and you'll have these scans done. And honestly, the integration of AI and robotics into medicine will save a lot of lives. And the same thing's going to happen when more people are allowing their cars to be driven by AI. I know that might sound weird, but I used to be in law enforcement, and a lot of the number one killer of deputies in our department was drunk driving. And so drunk driving will be a thing of the past. Once all the cars involved are allowed to be automated, you can probably take that over, right? I don't want it to be completely automated, but it's going to save a lot of lives. And so anybody who's under the influence of alcohol, they can put this auto setting on, and you already see it in Teslas, and there won't be a loss of life that there would have been had that AI not been integrated. So there are a lot of good things. All right, so introducing Glass AI. So a doctor has a patient, they just enter the symptomology, and voila, the AI generates a diagnosis and plan for treatment. And watch this. So as you can tell, entering all the symptomology, and it's giving a general plan of treatment. Not only is that going to save doctors a lot of time, because they already knew what the treatments should be, and then they can, and then you can see there's references there, but then they can edit it as they want to. And this is one of the iterative purposes of AI. Right. Okay, just for fun, this guy, I don't know if you've seen him yet, but he takes selfies all around the world using AI and in different time periods. So you can see him there, and with Vikings. I don't know, Leonardo da Vinci. Maybe you guys can tell me in the chat, who is that supposed to be? Somebody famous painter or something. I'm not that big into art. I did take a class in college on it, but I'm not good at art, so I need other people to tell me that. And here he is in the Roman Empire. And then instead of running with the bulls, you know, they used to do running with the woolly mammoths. And I'd like to know in the chat if you guys would be willing to run with the woolly mammoths. I wouldn't. Oh, Mona Lisa da Vinci. Okay, thank you, Deb. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't want to run with the bulls either. Okay, so this is an important conversation, the rise of AI impersonators. And honestly, this will get worse. So this is one of the downfalls of AI. So watch this.
A family in Newfoundland that lost nearly $10,000 in a phone scam is warning others to be on alert. Police suspect they fell victim to fraudsters who target elderly people using artificial intelligence. CBC's Mark Quinn is in St. John's with those details.
It's really a horrible story. This is a group of network of people who are taking advantage of people's kindness, and they're really targeting elderly people. And I spoke with Donna Leto, who's a woman who lives here in St. John's. And what happened with her was she got a call in December from someone who said they were her son. She believed they were her son. She said they sounded like her son. They said they'd been in a car accident, and they were charged with texting while dangerous driving, and they were in jail, and they said they needed money for bail. And they put a lawyer on the phone, a person who they said was a lawyer, and that lawyer said that the family should raise $9,800 in cash and bring it to the front door where someone would pick it up. And they did, because they believed they were helping their son, and they lost almost $10,000 that way. They're using an artificial intelligence program online where all you need is a small portion of someone's voice. You feed it in, and it can replicate a voice. It can make a clone essentially of that voice, which is very convincing. And I asked Donna Leto about that, if the voice sounded like her son, and she said yes. And here's what she told us.
Very convincing. I mean, I thought for sure it was Daryl. I mean, I quickly looked at the receiver when the call came in. I thought it was his number, but like it was a quick glance now. And when I heard his voice, I thought for sure it was Daryl. A little bit of a difference, but just like he might have had a bit of a cold, and that's what I asked him.
Right, and what's fascinating is that she said that she actually asked a question. So it wasn't a recording, it was a voice that could respond in real time. And she asked if he had a cold perhaps, and he said, I have a cold, but it's not COVID, and then he went on. But it's frightening to think how it could be applied, and it has been used apparently across the country, targeting many seniors. And police are doing an investigation here of a number of cases. A man has been arrested. He's been charged with 30 charges, including fraud and extortion, and that's working its way through the courts. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be anyone who's been arrested in connection with the Leto's case, and they have lost the money essentially.
So a bit scary, right? And it's something to be aware of. That can happen. Like the new scamming won't just be the prince from Africa who's calling and saying or sending you an email, oh, I'm going to give you $1 million if you're the long lost cousin or relative. Nope, it's going to be your son, or sounds like your son, or your daughter. So you need to be really vigilant about that, because those are the new scams that are coming, and they're already here. Okay, AI in finance. In finance, it's in online fraud detection. So they use artificial intelligence for algorithms trained so that they can suggest risk rules and all these other things. One example, when I was younger, I was mowing and I got a phone call transaction. There was an automated phone call made to me, and I'm sure you guys have had these as well, from MasterCard, saying that, there was fraud, and was this you? So I called my bank. No, it's not me. Also, MasterCard uses a machine learning system called Decision Intelligence that uses data from multiple sources to assess the risk level of a new transaction. And those are actually horrible when you're traveling if you do that. And then they, freeze your card. Let's move on. All right, in music, I'm sure you've seen something about AI in music, but this is very interesting.
This is the future rave sound. I'm getting lost in an underground. This is the future rave sound. I'm getting lost in an underground.
Eminem, bro. There's something that I made as a joke, and it works so good, I could not believe it. I discovered those websites that are about AI. Basically, you can write lyrics in the style of any artist you like. So I typed, write a verse in the style of Eminem about future rave. And I went to another AI website that can recreate the voice. I put the text in that, and I played the record, and people went nuts.
Yeah, so the art, that's just incredible. You can create art, music, like I said, generate scripts, all these things. So a current artist named Grimes has even invited musicians to clone her voice using AI in order to create new songs. And the pop singer, whose real name is Claire Boucher, said she would split 50% royalties on any successful AI-generated song that uses her voice. That's pretty incredible. She said that she would do the same deal as she would with any artist she collabs with. And she said, use my voice free from penalty. So interesting take on the AI, and she's going to be leading in the industry soon here if people take her up on that. All right. So how can AI help you in your business? This is what I want to get across to everyone. You now have a team, right? A team of content creators, ChatGPT. You have a team of marketers. Well, we'll go over all these tools, but Synthesia, AI video editor, Google Labs, AI music creator. And just this week, Meta came out with their own music creator. I was playing with that today. Sales team, AI generated ads, AI generated art and video, customer support, AI bots. The AI revolution has just begun, and really gone are the days of I don't know what to post on my social media or I can't come up with an idea for content because of AI tools. All right, let's recap. AI is here to stay. And not only is it here to stay, but it's a tool that you can use to build with how you see fit. Use the hammer to build that thing, that idea, the thing, that dream that you've had inside that you've been waiting for so long to do. And you've had these roadblocks of creation and helping get through some of it. You know, AI can help you get there. And you're early to the party, so jump in, jump aboard. I'm glad everybody who's here is here because we are early to the party. And if you are in AI right now, you are, like I said, an innovator and a trailblazer. So can you see how AI can possibly offer some value to not only your business, your life, but also to the public in general with what I've shown to you today? And hopefully you can see how AI is a tool that you get to decide how to use. And then can you see how we're really just scratching the surface of the beginning? This is so new, and I can't stress that enough. We are seeing everything change right before us. And so use it. All right, homework. Because I want to help us get to places where we're open and available to using AI. Not only that, but I want to help us get some results from this week. So think of 3 ways that you would like AI to help you in your business or product idea creation. Also, why did you join the challenge? Question yourself, do I have any limiting beliefs about AI that might hinder me from getting where I want to go? And I would love for you to post 1 or 2 of your answers in the Facebook group, or even a thought from tonight that you had, and just so that we can have a conversation going. And tomorrow, day 2 is just going to be tons of tool demo time. I'm going to show you how AI can serve you in your business. And it's not as complicated as you might think. All right, I want to thank everyone for being with me tonight. We're going to move on to the VIP room for everybody who signed up for VIP. I'll go back to the homework. Yeah, take a screenshot or write something down, make a post. Remember, participation is key for being available to win the free year membership to the community. You can still sign up. You can still sign up. Let me stop sharing here.